Next type of soil is red soil. As the name indicates, red soil means this soil is red in color. So it is red in color. Second is where it is found. It is found in the southern and eastern part of Deccan Plateau. Look at the book. See, this area, this is Deccan Plateau. Okay, this is Deccan Plateau. As we have discussed earlier, that in the northern part and the western part, there is black soil, rich in black soil. But as we have discussed, this area is rich in black soil. But the eastern and southern part of the Deccan Plateau are rich in which soil? Red soil. So next is, it is not good for cultivation. So why it is not good for cultivation? Because red soil has least amount of water holding capacity. Along with that, in red soil, high amount of iron and phosphorus is present, which is not good for crops to grow, which is not good for the cultivation of crops. Crops can be grown, but the crops can be grown with the help of fertilizers. That means fertilizers are added in the red soil, which helps the crops to grow, as fertilizers provide nutrients to the crops. Next is, what kind of crops are grown in the red soil? They are groundnut, millet. As I told you, millet means bajra, pulses and tobacco. So next type of soil is laterite soil. Here the word laterite is derived out of Latin word which means bricks. So laterite soil, that means it is also used for making the bricks. So how it is formed? By washing away of the minerals from the soil. It is formed when minerals are washed away from the soil, then laterite soil is formed. Found in hilly areas of Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Odisha and Assam. Look at the map where laterite soil is found. They are found in the hilly areas of Karnataka state, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, this is Odisha and this is Assam. Okay, so here it is found. Next is, what kind of crops are grown in laterite soil? So they are tea, coffee and rubber. Next type of soil is mountain soil. As the name indicates, the soil which is found on the mountains, they are called mountain soil. So lower altitudes of the mountains have more fertile soil. Here the word altitude means height. Altitude means height. That means if we talk about the height at the height of the mountains, so they are less fertile as compared to the lower height of the mountain. There the soil is more fertile as compared to the soil present at the height of the mountain. Next is found in the mountains. As I told you, name indicate mountain soil. So soil which is found in the mountains and hilly areas, that is known as mountain soil. So where it is present? It is present in the mountains as well as the hilly areas of Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Arunachal Pradesh. You know that Jammu Kashmir is now, that area is divided into Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh also, right? So here you can look at this map, that this is Ladakh, this is Jammu Kashmir. Earlier it was a Jammu Kashmir, all over the area of Jammu Kashmir, but now divided into Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir. So Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, this is Himachal Pradesh, this is Uttarakhand state and this is Arunachal Pradesh, right? So here which type of soil is found? That is mountain soil. So what crops are grown? What kind of crops are grown in the mountain soil? They are wheat, maize means makkah, tea and some fruits also like apple, pear, plum. So next type of soil is desert soil. As the name indicates, the soil which is found in desert area. So this soil is dry and sandy. As you know, the desert area is covered with sand. Okay, you are going to find the sand everywhere. So this soil is dry as well as sandy. Because of this feature of this desert soil, this is not good for growing the crops. Next is where it is found, as I told you, in the desert area like Rajasthan. Here you can look at this map, yellowish color. This is representing desert soil. So this is the state of Rajasthan. So where it is found in the desert area like Rajasthan. So next is what kind of crops are grown here. They are dates, khajur, millet, barley and maize. So now I am going to discuss the next topic, which is soil erosion. In previous topics we have discussed about soil, okay, soil resources of India. So now what exactly soil erosion is? See, sometimes what happen, as we have discussed 5 different layers of the soil. The topmost layer of the soil is, yes, the topmost layer of the soil is O horizon, which is also known as humus. Okay, so sometime what happen, the topmost layer of the soil, which is rich in mineral, which has humus, and which is the most fertile layer of the soil, gets carried away or gets removed by the heavy rainfall or by the strong winds. This is known as soil erosion. Means erosion is what? Removal. Removal of the soil is known as soil erosion. Or in simple words, we can say the process by which the upper layer of the soil, which is humus, the upper layer of the soil is removed, is known as soil erosion. See, due to this soil erosion, what exactly happen? The fertility of soil gets reduced. The fertility of soil is reduced. Not only this, but the activities of human being. What are the activities of human being? Like construction of houses, or you can say clearing of forest. This also reduces the fertility of soil. Okay, so next is, now we will discuss about some methods which the farmers can use in order to conserve the soil. So first point is, instead of growing the same crops on the same land again and again, the farmers must grow different kinds of crops on the same land, because if they grow the same crop again and again on the same land, it will reduce the fertility of soil. So first thing the farmer can do is, they should grow different kinds of crops on the same land. Okay, then it will make the soil fertile, not harmful for the fertility of soil. Second point is, the farmer must use natural fertilizers. So what is natural fertilizer? Like cow dung. Okay, cow dung will act as a natural fertilizer. So they must use natural fertilizers for the growing of crops instead of chemical fertilizers, because chemical fertilizers will harm the soil. They are harmful for the soil. Okay, so they must go for natural fertilizers like cow dung. So these are the methods that farmer can use in order to conserve the soil. Now we'll discuss about the minerals and the different types of minerals. So what are minerals exactly? See, minerals are the natural substances. They are the substances that are naturally found on the earth's surface. Naturally found means not created by any human activity or humankind. So minerals are the naturally substances that are found inside the earth. Now here question arises, where they are found? They are found deep inside the earth. They are found underneath the earth. And these minerals are dug out through huge holes. Okay, by digging out huge holes, and these huge holes are known as mines. They are known as mines. And the process by which we extract the minerals from the earth, that process is known as mining. Now one question I want to ask you, who does the mining work? Means exactly who dig out the minerals from deep inside the earth? Yes, miners. Miners are the person who extract the minerals from the earth. So next topic is the types of minerals. So there are two types of mineral. One is metallic mineral and second is non-metallic minerals. So metallic minerals, as the name indicate, the minerals from which we get the metal. But on the other hand, non-metallic minerals are those minerals from which we don't get metals. Second is metallic minerals are hard substances. They are hard substances, whereas non-metallic minerals are not hard metals. Okay, so what are the example of metallic minerals? Like utensils, bridges, scissors, knobs. Knobs means handle, and the doors. They are metallic minerals. They are made up of metals. Second is non-metallic minerals, which do not give any metal, like coal, diamonds, mineral oil, salt. Salt is also a type of non-metallic mineral. Petroleum, natural gas means fossil fuel. As you know, coal, petroleum, oil, natural gas, they are what? They are fossil fuels. So they are non-metallic minerals. So now we'll discuss about some uses of minerals. Like gold, silver, they are used for making the jewelries. Okay, the ornaments that we wear. Next is brick. As you know, the brick is made up of rock also. Okay, it is used to make the houses. But there are some minerals which is required by our body too in order to stay healthy. Like our body needs some vitamins and some minerals in order to stay healthy. Like if we eat fruits, vegetable, and if we drink milk, so they are rich in minerals. Okay, and if we talk about copper, as you know, they are used in electrical equipment. So these are some uses of the minerals. Other uses are also very there. Next is, what are the methods through which we can conserve the mineral? So first is use of public transportation. We should use public transportation method if we are going to any place instead of our own transport system. Like buses we can use, we can go by buses or railway, metros. Okay, so in order to save petrol, diesel, fossil fuels, we must use public transportation. Next is use of carpools. What is carpools here? We have discussed in previous chapter also that carpools means sharing of the car by more people who are going to the same destination. If two or more persons are going to the same destination, then they can use carpools method in order to save the fuel. Next is save electricity by preserving coal. That means we should use the coal in minimum quantity in order to save it, okay, for future use. And we must use alternative source of energy also in order for producing electricity, like sunlight. As you know, you must have heard about solar panels, sunlight and wind in order to generate the electricity. So these are some methods through which we can conserve the minerals.
Students, now I am going to discuss some of the minerals. So first is iron. If we'll talk about which states are rich in iron, so they are Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh and Karnataka. If we'll talk about the uses of the iron, so first use is it is used to make the steel. Second is iron and steel together. They are used for making utensils, different tools, different machines, railway coaches and cars. Second is copper. Copper is another mineral. If we talk about the states which are rich in copper, so they are Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand and Rajasthan. If we'll talk about the uses of the copper, so main use is for making electrical wiring. It is mainly used for electrical wiring. Not only this, it is also used for making certain tools and utensils. So next is petroleum. If we'll talk about the states which are rich in petroleum, so they are Mumbai, Assam and Gujarat. If we'll talk about the uses of petroleum, as you all know that it is used for making the plastics, cosmetics also, and also petrol and diesel obtained from petroleum are used for running vehicles. So next is aluminium. Aluminium, the states which are rich in aluminium, they are Odisha and Andhra Pradesh, and the uses of aluminium is for making the aircrafts and other building materials also are made up of aluminium. Next is coal. The states which are rich in coal, they are Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. And you all know that mainly the coal is used for cooking also, heating purpose also. In our homes we used coal for cooking also, for producing electricity and for running machines in different factories. So these are some uses of coal. Next is limestone. Here is a picture of white limestone. So the states which are rich in limestone, they are Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan, and mainly it is used for making the cement.